Hello and welcome to Jacob's Toys. Please do like, share, subscribe, all of those things. All support to the channel is very much appreciated. In this video, we have got something very special indeed. This is the Beast Kingdom DAH, the Dynamic Action Heroes 8-inch series of Batman figures. This is specifically the Dark Knight figure, so the DAH-119 Batman. And it's not out yet. Pre-orders are up and it's estimated to arrive around sort of Q2 of 2025, so February, March, April kind of time. And I have to say a massive thank you to Heo and of course Beast Kingdom for letting me have a look at this early. But this is a really nice figure. So they've done a whole range of Batman figures in this DAH line. They've done all of the Batmans from various different films like Batman Returns, Batman Begins, of course the 89 Batman, and this one, the Dark Knight version. So the Dark Knight version, it is of course an incredible film. So out of the choice, I was like, you know, it was a toss up between a few of them, but this for me was the best one for Bale. It was the best one out of the three. So an opportunity to have a look at this one early was definitely something that I was going to take advantage of and sort of snap their hands off at. So yeah, massive thank you to both of those. As far as figures go, it's pretty cool. There is a lot to get into. So let's have a look. First of all, there's 22 points of articulation in this figure. There is a very nice head sculpt as well. And it's 8 inches. So it's slightly larger than some of the other figures. Not quite 1/6 scale and not quite 1/12 scale. It's sort of in between. But it's a nice scale, to be perfectly fair. It's a good size because it allows for you to really appreciate the details. Like I said, there's a really good head sculpt there on Christian Bale, and there's a lot of articulation going on. So having this kind of 8-inch scale does allow for a lot more than some of the smaller scales do. It's got a wired cape, which is always a bonus. So if you're into your action figure photography, or if you just like to have a dynamic pose on the shelf, a wired cape is always a plus. Much better than a plastic option, and much better than just a sort of static fabric one. Having that wire in does allow for a lot of different action shots, and the posability it just enhances the posability. The detail on this figure runs all the way through. Like I said at the beginning, it's got 22 points of articulation all the way down to toe articulation, elbow, wrists, shoulders. As you can see, the shoulder pads go up as well. There's hips, there's ab crunches, there's swivels, there's all sorts going on. So there is a lot going on with the articulation on this figure. You can definitely get it into some really cool poses. And the detail is there. The detail is definitely there. Now, in kind of UK money, this is going to set you back around about 50 to 60 pounds, depending where you pick it up from. But I think when you're looking at some of the other figures that are out on the market, it's not actually a high price point for what you're getting. So you're getting an 8-inch figure with really good detail and a lot of articulation. So it's not actually a lot of money. Beast Kingdom have really knocked it out of the park, in my opinion, with this line of Batman figures. They all look absolutely stunning. Got to see them at Toy Fair on the Heo stand, and they just look incredible. They all look different. There's not a lot of reuse there at all on the external elements of the figures. They're very in tune with kind of how they looked in the respective movie. This one, of course, is from the Dark Knight, so he had that slightly modernized armor from the Batman Begins Batsuit. So there's a lot of detail there, and if I'm totally honest, it doesn't really miss a trick. Every inch of this is really nicely painted, really nicely sculpted. Uh, Overall, it's just a really nice figure. And as I said, for the price point, it's it's not that bad at all. It really isn't for what you actually get. Not only are you getting the 8-inch figure with all of the awesome articulation and detail as well, but there is a whole bunch of accessories and add-ons in the box as well. So I'll go into those in a minute, but I'm just going to have a play. I'm going to really enjoy having a mess around with this, doing some sort of action figure photography. The wide cape, as I said, is a real bonus. So having a wide case kind of just it allows you to have more of a, I think the right word's like a dimensionality with a figure. That's the right way of putting it, just because you can kind of emphasize the wind or kind of movement, and it just allows you to do a lot more. As I said, there's a whole bunch of extra hands. There's actually 10 extra hands, so 5 pairs of extra hands. You've got those ones there, you've got kind of gripping ones as well. On the next ones, you've got these ones here, they're all packaged really nicely as well. They're slightly different kind of grip there as well. You've got more of an open palm hand here as well. That's kind of more of an action figure, an action kind of pose. And then the last ones you've got here as well are your kind of triggery fingers if you like. So they're more for your grappling gun and stuff like that. So they're quite difficult to get out of the box. But 10 hands, 5 sets, 10 hands, again for the price point is really good. So you get an 8-inch figure, you get a wide cape, you get 5 sets of hands, and you get a handful of accessories as well. Now, I didn't get to see what the accessories were with the other Batman figures. I'm guessing they're going to be very similar. But with this one, you get 2 of the gold-plated batarangs. Very nice indeed. You also get the grappling gun, which is again very nice. And you get this little bomb as well, which is really cool. So all of that in the box for even at full price at like 60, 65 quid. That's a lot in the box. Let's be perfectly honest, compared to some of the other brands out there that you get a smaller figure with less articulation and less, not wide capes and stuff, and nowhere near as many hands or accessories. That's a lot packaged in. So Beast Kingdom really are giving you a lot for your money. Um, I think this little clip here, there's no kind of instruction on the box there about what it's for, but I'm assuming, considering this is the only thing that kind of would go in there, is this little clip on the back of his belt here is for that grappling gun. So maybe that's where that's going to live. But yeah, that looks all right, I think. But just for now, I'll take it off just for the sake of the video. But yeah, all in all, it is a really super figure. It really, really is a good figure. I'd love to see Beast Kingdom do more of the DC line in this DAH Dynamic 8-inch Action Heroes series. It'd be really good to get some of the other figures like Christopher Reeve's Batman, some of the villains maybe. I know they're doing a few of the villains as well. I know Joker's coming out, but when you look at the head sculpt, that's a really decent likeness, and as you can see, the detail on the suit and the paintwork is just superb. So again, a massive thank you to Heo and Beast Kingdom for letting me have a look at this early. Jump onto your preferred retailer, make sure you get your pre-orders in, because these are definitely worth grabbing if you're a Batman fan. Now, if you are a Batman fan, then of course you're going to have enjoyed looking at this figure, but you can head over to my good pal Super Sorrel's page as well. I'll put the link in the description and put a little title card at the end of this video, because he's having a look at the Batman Forever figure, which I'm a little bit jealous of because that is a decent looking one as well. But like I said, every single one of these in this DAH line are awesome. So head over to his page and have a look at this. But this was the DAH-119, the Dark Knight Batman from Beast Kingdom. Thanks very much for watching. Please like, share, subscribe, and all of those things. I'll see you soon.